You are now listening to the Black and Bougie podcast with your hosts, Tamia and Aliyah. Flipping out for a second, but hello.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing good. I will say I've been doing pretty good recently, mentally.
That's good.
Thank you. How about you? How has this week been? I will say, before you say anything, I'm going to jump in real quick, but the energy, I will say that the energy that's been going around has been off. Like my company's system, like the entire company, not just my store, not just my brand, but the entire company's systems were down for like 4 or 5 days. On top of that, everybody just acting batshit crazy. So, and meanwhile, I'm having the greatest time of my life, so I don't know what's going on, but everything else around me is a hot mess. I feel like it's regulating though. But with that being said, how have you been during this crazy time?
Honestly, nothing has felt crazy to me.
That's good.
Everything's felt normal. I've been working a lot. Like my shifts this week were like 9 to 7, 9 to 8. So like I don't really. I've just been like up and like going to work and going to sleep. So
Yeah.
that's really been it for me. I don't really know other than like the ignorant stuff that happened last night. All that's all I know about. It's been going on this week. Nothing
I
else.
think that's the only thing that really has happened this week. For that's important, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and the other stuff the other day with Breonna Taylor. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Um.
what I thought you were talking about.
No.
Oh.
let's talk. Let's talk about that midget of a man. With his
uh
music.
Lil Napoleon.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
The nerve. I feel like his whole
Yeah.
body, his whole life is just one nerve, and he's on everyone's nerves.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
So I decided to copycat you also because
Mhm.
I just didn't know. Because, like, I've been on a white wine thing, and I'm taking a
Mhm.
break from sangria because it's too much sugar for me. So guess what
Mhm.
I got?
I'm assuming Moscato.
Yes! Ding, 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 ding. Sorry, I have no prizes, but you're right.
What kind? Just regular Moscato.
I got barefoot,
Mhm.
and I don't know if I've ever bought barefoot before, but okay, I will say I got it from the store, and then I went to Wawa afterwards, and it was on sale for $5.99, and I should have listened to my intuition, and I was very sad.
I did not know y'all had Wawa in Florida.
I would say within the last like year or two, we got Wawa. It's
Oh,
been
well, they
great.
just said fuck North Carolina then.
Dang. I love Wawa. I was so happy when it came here.
Today, I am drinking. I almost bought sangria because I had to buy wine because I was like on my last squig of like everything. So I had to like buy wine. I almost bought some sangria, but I did buy Stella Rosa, the Stella Pink, because I never
Yeah.
tried it and I know everybody likes it. So I was like, I really want to try it. So I bought that and it's really good. Like I just took my first sip of it and I'm like, yeah, it reminds me of, I do believe it is Moscato. I'm not sure.
Ah.
It tastes
Okay.
just like Moscato to me.
I'll try that then, because I've always seen it, but like names like that seem a little intimidating to me. So I
Hmm.
never really like looked its way. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. But but since I got the green light, maybe I'll venture into it.
I was like literally in my cart. I had like, because I do my shopping online because I'm scared to go out in public.
Good for
So
you.
I do my shopping online, and in my cart I had like Pinot Grigio and like all this other stuff, and I was like, what should I get? What am I gonna like? And people were just like, we don't know your taste buds, so we don't know what to tell you. But then this girl was just like, just get Stella Rosa because it's what I always drink. But the one she told me about, which I forgot the actual name of it, they were out of it at the store, so I just got Stella Pink. So,
Oh, But she was
Yeah.
clutch. She was just like, just do this, try it out, girl. Wish you the best of luck.
Yeah. She was also like, I don't really like white wine the way you do, so like I don't
Ah,
really know what to tell you. So she was like, this is the only kind I like. So I was like, okay.
interesting. Um, I will say for the topic today, I've been all over the place. Like throughout this week, I've been thinking of a bunch of different things. I was just like, oh, I would love to talk about that. Oh, I would love to talk about this. And before I even hopped on here, I was just like, do I want to talk about this instead? Like I've been all over the place. But like I think that's the vibe, the mood that I've been in this week where I just feel like everything's kind of coming to me. I don't know. Maybe also it's PMS and my everything's just spinning around. So I also think it's a combination of that too. So I'm just like, oh, where do I go? I'm just scatterbrained right now. Because
That's
I
my
was
brain
like,
always. So.
honestly, same, but it just gets heightened during this time. um, but I know, excuse me, talking about like reparenting and just being an adult in your 20s has been like a very big topic that has been just coming to me frequently from like lots of different sources, and then also something I personally have been kind of resolving this week. But then at the same time, I was just like, I kind of want to talk about sex, but I don't know.
I mean, listen, we can do either or. Let's flip a coin.
hmm. Let's see. That's the closest thing I have to a coin. I say it's like the reason why I want to talk about the first part is because that's been very prevalent recently. But I also didn't want to like talk about something that might be sad because I feel like everyone's very sad and down. But I want this to be an uplifting episode. Be like, you know what? We're gonna get through this. I say the coin is tails and it's the first topic. Boom. I just made the decision.
Oh.
Because I do want this to be a very uplifting episode because I needed some uplifting this week. I think everyone needs some uplifting this week, especially with the ruling of the Breonna Taylor case. It really is kind of just like specifically for Black people and Black women. We're also just like, well, that shows where everybody stands with us. And we're already dealt with so much, and we're in this mode of trying to figure out what we want, and now it's just like you throw us another curveball and we're like, holy crap, what do I have to look forward to? What am I working towards? What do you want from me? And I think it's really starting to take a toll on us quite a bit.
Yeah. I already decided that I'm moving to Canada, so I
You
don't
have
know
your
what's.
passport?
No, I don't.
Get it
But
now.
I mean, that sounds nice. Like you saying that, but it's like I'm also poor, so I don't really.
Yeah, passports are expensive. That's how you
Yeah.
know America's screwed up. They don't want you to go nowhere. You gotta pay. But definitely save up for your passport. With that being said,
Yeah.
then yes, I think at least $200, and then make sure you like get your face ready so you can get that beat passport photo look. I look a hot mess in my passport. I look like I'm in like immigration's office, like trying to like plea my case in my passport photo. Like I look like a hot mess, but I can travel. But I really want this podcast, like I was saying, to be a very like encouraging. That's the word I want. Encouraging episode, because I want people to know that this has been one very hard year, not only for us, but for everyone in the entire world. And it's a very transformative year, which I thought 2020 was going to be a very transformative year, but I didn't think it was going to be this transformative.
Yeah.
I think everyone thought like new starts of like, is this like a new millennium or century or something?
No.
Why are we 2020? What does it mean to be like out of the 19s?
Huh?
Decade. It's a new decade.
Yeah. I was like,
There we go.
what?
I don't do math, but
That's
but
vocabulary.
no, that's math.
A
Vocabulary is writing.
decade?
Yes, that's math. That's
Okay.
10. That's a number. A decade is a number.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
I
but
mean, I might be wrong.
but I think everyone has been stressed out about different decades. We were
Mhm.
stressed out about like the whole 2000s. That was a new millennium or whatever.
Yeah.
And people thought that was going to be the end of the world. And then we entered this new decade where it's 2020, and we were all just like, yes, 2019, it's been great, it's been good, but we have so many better and great things to come. And then it was like, boom, hold up. Before y'all get too hot and heavy, I'm going to teach you a lesson about life. And I think this is a big lesson for everyone, to the point where I think so much has come out of the woodworks. At least I, for one, knew all this stuff was going on, but for everyone to see, which I think is very important, for everyone to see, yes, we're still in the 1950s and it's progressively getting worse. And yes, global climate change is an issue. We've been indoors, but look at all these fires, these random hurricanes, like all around the world, like things are not, earthquakes, like things are not going right. Maybe we should do something about it. And then we're dealt with a pandemic, and we are in the 21st century and we are still not able to get a solid hold of this thing. Where does that put us? We thought we were hot shit for the longest time, and now we've just been so very humbled by 1 year in a matter of months. And what does that say for us as a society as a whole? And I think it really speaks on that, and it really kind of, I would say that 2020 is kind of like the new world's agenda of, hey, if you don't want this to happen again, this, and this is what you need to fix. I'm showing it. Here's the papers. Do what you need with it. Move on. Just know it can always get worse, but you have the ability to make it better. And I think that's what everyone needs to take from this, that we do have the
Right.
ability to make this better. And I don't want everyone to be so disheartened, just like, oh, well, I had this, that, and third plan. This is a moment where we need to rest, learn everything that we can, and move on from that, because that's how life is. Like, that's all we've learned throughout our life. But now it's just on a very large scale that really did not come, that came out of left field for us.
Yeah, this year has been kind of, shitty. I was like thinking earlier, like, because I was just trying to figure out why have I been like thinking about, like, not like thinking about like death, like afraid that I'm gonna die or anything,
Yeah.
but like just thinking about like death a lot, just trying to make sure I have everything in order. Like the other day, I was like, I should sign up for life insurance, like,
Me too.
and it wasn't like some like I think the end is near. It's just like this year has shown me that, like, any and everybody, your time could just come. And I've always known that. I've known that forever. It's just this year it's been more real, and it's been more on a wide scale of like people have been dying.
Yeah.
So like I like had to sit there within my, because at first I was getting irritated with myself. I was like, why do you keep thinking about that? But I was like, you've been surrounded by it for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
So that's why you keep thinking about it. That's what keeps happening. So, you know.
And I will say, just because the way life in general has been to me, I'm very nonchalant about death, which to others it's like, oh, but I'm just like, it happens, it happens. I mean, that's how it's been in my life so far. But I've kind of given myself the test where I'm just like, God, if I survive this, is that my sign? Like, you want me to really hold on here because I'll listen. Because I'm like, I've made it this far, and I'm very proud of myself. And I'm
Mhm.
very surprised that I have made it this far. COVID, everything aside, like mentally, everything, I'm still here. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm going to take this as a sign, just so you know. Don't play with me. But if I still surviving and alive after this, best believe I'm going to do my work, my life's purpose. I'm going to make sure I play it all out for you. Because obviously, I survived one of the shittiest times on earth, to say the least.
It's so interesting. I remember like trying to like talk to my grandma once about like what it was like growing up. 'Cause she was born in like 1926, and like
Wow.
yeah, so she lived like this very full life. So I was trying to
Yes.
like ask her just about like, you know, segregation and like civil rights movement, like all these things that you hear about when you're in history class and you're just like, what was it like living through that? And she just being like, it was life. Like it wasn't like a big deal. It's just like it's life. But
Exactly.
always trying to figure out what those stories were. When she was like 5, 10 years ago, she didn't really talk about it as much, but like within like the past like year or two, she talked about it a lot more. But
Mhm.
it's just, I think this year is just going to be one of those years you just tell your grandkids like your grandkids are going to be like, what was it like living during like the pandemic? And you're just like, uh, I went to work every
Child.
day. And
Yeah.
it was really shitty, but like I just went to work every day, and a lot of people died, and we stayed in the house. Like I don't know how to explain it to them. Maybe they'll really be asking like, what is it like to live, to be able to go outside without a mask on? Because I don't think they're ever going to get to do that again because people still won't go outside with the mask on. So we're going to be in this for a while. Just pissing me off because I keep seeing parties in Atlanta. Y'all are getting on my nerves. But that was a conversation for another day.
Don't
So,
get me started about these Floridians now.
ugh,
No.
but you should know that's going to happen down there. Y'all are ghetto.
I know. And I'm like, I chose this life. I'm just like, Florida, you lucky I love the beach. The people I'm just going to ignore, but I love the beach. And I'm just going to stay there and hope for the best and hope that the ocean water cleanses my body. So we're going to go with that. But I would say one thing I've had somebody at my job say this, be like, "You think we're ever going to be able to live without a mask?" And I'm like, I hope that's not my new reality. I can't do this.
I think we're
I
going to be able to.
maybe I would say within the next 2 years. I'm being
Yeah.
realistic.
Yeah.
I would love to be like 2021 when that ball drops, we're back to normal. Like,
No.
but no, like
My
everyone's saying.
concern, you can go ahead.
Oh, everyone's just saying that nothing's going to be the same until there's a vaccine. And that's
Mhm.
that. But go ahead.
My concern is like, what are we going to do about concerts? Because like,
I miss
people
it.
just be on top of each other. And I think like with
Mhm.
all of this that's going on, there should be like a new thing where like a new normal where like we change some rules about what we were doing before. So when things like if something like this were to ever happen again, we could be like, well, 7,000 people aren't just sitting in a venue together. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm
Um
just like things need to change as far as like concerts, like the ones where like people are standing up. I would prefer if there was like chairs so you can mark where people need to be standing at or sitting at if they're going to be there.
mhm.
Like you've been to those concerts where it's just like a standing room and you're all
Yes.
just like touching each other, just like at festivals too. You're all just like touching and pushing each other. I
Ugh,
feel like we should have some, rules about that now. You know, some
definitely
better
for
ones.
sure.
And that's just me being a person who doesn't like to be touched by people.
Yeah,
That's
same.
really like concerned about that because I'm just like y'all are. I feel
Stepping
all
on
your
my
breath.
feet. But have you seen that picture where I think it's somewhere in Europe where there's there's like a it's like a festival setup kind of where it's like a lawn and then everyone has their little individual gate and it's like seated and then they're just like this is how they're doing um, concerts in whatever country in Europe. Have you
No, I
seen that?
haven't, but
I'll find
it
it for you and
sounds like
send
a
it because it
vibe.
looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I could do that. I wish concerts were like that all the time. But then the next thing I thought about was that's gonna make them a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Because the whole reason why they're cheap is like, yeah, we can get as many people in here as possible and we make our money. Now it's gonna be like limited access. And then you're
What
gonna
I
have to
do
pay a lot to
hope,
just get up front.
this is true. What I do hope though is that they bring drive-in movies back.
They
Because why
have
did you
been
take it away?
back.
But I need them. I want all the theaters to go away and bring drive-in
Yeah.
movies. Because
I
why did you
hate
take it away from me in
theaters.
the first place? You never got to experience it, and you took it away.
They have some down in Florida. I know they have one in
Aliyah, I don't
Virginia.
live in Florida.
And they have one in Virginia.
I don't live in Virginia either. I'll look it up and see where one's at here. I'm sure there is one. It's just I haven't
Hmm.
seen anything, but
I would love
just
to
like
go
little
on a
things,
drive-in date. Yeah.
or at least like the ones with the where you like go sit outside it like on a picnic type thing and watch a movie, like something like
Yes.
that instead of like
Yes.
because movie theaters are so disgusting. People are
Disgusting.
in there having sex, so like you're like sitting in like somebody's finger like
Is this
under.
stickiness somebody's soda or somebody's cum? I don't even want to think about it. I'm moving
It's just
seats.
so disgusting. Like
Nasty.
just so nasty.
I
Ugh.
did see a girl go to a concert and it was like a drive-in type thing. It was like some like EDM or whatever thing out in the country, and everyone was like had their cars all decorated and they were just like listening to music on the stage that was ahead of them. I'm like, that's nice.
I
They
think
were just
Kalani did that when her album
really,
came out.
oh yeah, I know she's not playing. She's like, I got a baby. I'm not trying to catch this COVID.
Period. That very
That's
precious
cool.
baby.
Oh my gosh. I don't even talk about it. I'm giving myself 5 more years. I think that's a
I
good
have
time.
10,
20,
but
33?
yeah.
I'm giving myself 5 more years. Then I can give myself a couple years to at least try. That's my like gap year.
I'm only saying 10. It's because like I have to really like be into like somebody, and I don't really see that happening ever. So I'm at least giving myself 10 years.
Yeah. That's another thing I wanted to talk about with the 20s, where that's the main thing that's been bothering me because I know for sure kind of what I want to do, finally, what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know about this Moscato now. About what I want to do career-wise
Mm-hmm.
and how I want to get there. I kind of have a plan now. But the one thing that and this is the main thing that stresses me out is I have no control over it. I have 100% control over like my career. Like I can do what I need to do to make that happen. When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to love, I really
Mm-hmm.
have no control over who really comes in and out of my life and who that person is. Like I kind of just have to see what is out there and see what does come to me and see how that works out. Just a lot of trial and error, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like I was talking about this with my mom the other day, where it's just like I am not the type of person who needs to go through a lot of different relationships because whenever I leave a relationship, I'm going to lock up even more and I'm going to be like a very cold-hearted person probably by the time I do find someone. So like I
Mm-hmm.
need to find someone ASAP, get to know them like cuz I'm a long-term relationship type person. Like if you're going to
Mm-hmm.
be with me, I'm going to try to make this work for a couple of years. And hopefully within that couple of years, I know you're the one. But if it goes on for like 4 years and I find out this is not working, then I'm going to be like, damn, now I'm back at square one again and time is ticking. Like, I don't need that unnecessary stress, but I know I want that. I don't like it. And I'm trying not to stress out because I'm like, oh, you're 20. You're supposed to live your life and not worry. But like, I'm 20. The world's probably going to be
You're
ending in about
23.
50 years.
Aaliyah,
Don't make this worse. I know I'm
50
23.
years.
At
You're
least.
gonna be
No.
73.
That's horrible.
That's a good life.
Yeah, but what if I
Girl,
don't have no
girl.
kids? What if I don't even get married within those
You know how
years?
many kids are in the adoption system?
Would I want a man?
You can still have a man.
That's the thing. We don't have that yet. We don't know if that's ever going to
Oh my
happen.
goodness. You're like on the side of I have to figure this out, and I'm on the side of I have time. You're
Yeah.
looking at the clock like it's ticking and it's like gonna go off soon. Like you're looking at it like a timer, and I'm just looking at it like it's a stopwatch.
That's nice. I would like to change. Let's say I'm in the process of changing my way of thinking to that because I would like to get there because I don't need this added anxiety. But also it's just like I don't want to be alone. Everyone else I see around me, they have someone and I don't want to be showing up to their wedding like without a plus one. Like that's going to make myself feel even worse.
I mean, I don't. I just don't feel. I don't feel that stress anymore.
That's good.
So I genuinely, I don't think I've ever understood that. Like my friends are like that too. I've never been that person where it's just like I would really like to have somebody here. Like I don't want to be alone. I find comfort in being alone. I feel
Mhm.
like people take up space. They could take
Mhm.
up my energy that I could use for other stuff. So I don't know. I can't even like find the words to really comfort you because I genuinely don't know what it's like to feel like that. I've always been the independent one
Yeah.
of like even I remember in sixth grade. You remember you used to do like your name. Those what are those poems called where you write the letters on the side and
Haiku?
then you
Oh.
no you do the poems the letters on the side and then whatever the letter is that's the line for the poem.
Yeah. I
So
don't
like my
remember.
friend did. We used to do that with our names in like sixth grade, and my friend did that. And for the M, she put Miss Independent for one because that song by Neo had just came out. And I remember being like, "What the f?" But it was because like out of our group of friends, they were all worried about like boys and stuff. And of course, I would like to like talk to boys or whatever, especially at sixth grade. I was going through that, but it was just like I don't need to. Like my life is just fine without them. So that's just kind of how I've always been. So I don't really know how to even help. Like I get the like I know now that I do want kids. So now like I still don't think of it as like a ticking time bomb. I realized that like if I do wait until later to have kids that my whole thing of like having them like 4 years apart might not be realistic. It just might be like pop one out, pop one back in, pop that one out, get one back in there, pop that one out, and then I'm done. You know, like I have to do it like in a shorter time period. But I don't know. I genuinely, I'm not feeling, right now, I'm not really feeling the stress of my 20s right now. Today, I would say. Today, I'm not.
Ugh. See, I'm in the process of getting there. I've
Mm-hmm.
definitely gotten better, but I don't understand why I put this need stress on me because I haven't always been like this. I will say it's a recent type thing. Because beforehand, I didn't even care about having kids. I was 100% okay with being by myself. I was okay with just dying alone. But all
Mm-hmm.
of a sudden, I'm just like, I want someone, and I kind of want someone now. And maybe that's something I need to work through, but it's very new to me because I would say I've never been like this either. So,
I mean, it's good to
uh,
like want somebody though.
yeah, but not when it's like stressing me out.
Yeah.
Like,
Joan.
I know, and I don't want to claim it, but I'm definitely a little Joan. And it doesn't help that we're both light skinned too. Maybe it's a light skin thing, I don't know. But but
Mm.
it's like I don't want to feel this way, but it's like I just want somebody. Maybe I'm bored. Maybe I need to start hanging out with other people more or something and like preoccupy myself. As of right now, I'm on plants and I keep buying plants and rehabilitating plants. I just need to put my energy elsewhere and distract myself from other things because a man does not need to be taking up my time and energy. But I think here, this might be it. I think I just like loving someone and taking care of someone.
It's my
And
turn.
that's why I take care of plants and stuff. I don't have a pet or anything, so I think my next thing is a man.
I was literally about to say you should get a dog.
That's expensive.
So is a nigga.
No, because he gives me stuff in return. Like, oh, like, yeah,
A dog
I'll,
gives you love in return.
but he doesn't pay for dinner. Like the best he can do is lick my toes, and that's still not getting me much either. So I
That's
don't
very
know.
weird. Cut that out.
I don't even like toe stuff. I really don't. I don't like feet stuff.
Never tried it.
I don't like it. I know a lot of guys do though, but I don't like it.
You remember that bed I sent you?
Ew, I hated it. That's one reason why I hate it. Like I don't like other people's feet. I don't want you to put your feet on me. I only like my feet. It's not that I think feet are dirty and gross. It's just like I love hands. Feet just does not do it for me. I think it's because feet can stink.
Hands can stink.
Whose?
You
I,
never
I
know.
mean, if you
You
eat a tuna
did
sandwich,
we not figure out at the beginning of all of this that people were not out here we're out here not washing their hands.
rephrase, the white people were not out here washing their hands. Because like, the thing is, like, when this stuff went on, I was just like, I'm not doing anything different than what I was doing
Yeah.
before. My mom taught me how to be a germaphobe. Like, when I would go to the grocery store, she would take the the little bags you use to put the produce in and wrap it
Mm-hmm.
around the the shopping cart handle. Like I've been doing
Wow.
that for ages. Same with at the gas pump, grabbing one of the little towels and wrapping it around the gas pump. Like nothing's new to me.
This is
So,
crazy. I just have hand sanitizer and wipes.
oh yeah, oh I hand sanitizer up on top of that. I keep it in my car. I have a refilling station. I'm ready. I keep alcohol wipes. Now I'm not what like I've because I deal with people on the regular. I know some crazy people out there. I'm not like super crazy, but I'm just trying to make sure I'm not gonna get nobody sick and not myself sick. I've made it this far. God damn it.
No, I can't. That's funny. What are you talking about?
um.
This wine is hitting different. Let me just say that.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, it's the energy that is going on right now. It's not us. It's not the wine. Because I was blaming on the Moscato too, but if it's you too, I don't know. But
Somebody's in micro braid right now.
wait,
Have you
what?
seen that? You haven't seen that meme where it was like Mercury and micro braid?
No, they didn't. That is too much for me. No, supposedly Mars was in retrograde. Then there was a new moon. Now I don't know what's happening. But something's not right.
Mm, I don't know. Right now my 20s are. I feel like I'm getting used to not having it all together. I was watching a podcast this morning, and he was talking, somebody wrote into them, and they were talking about how they're 21 and they don't feel like they have something together or something. And the guy that was sitting there, he was like, I worked at a daycare when I was 21, and I'm just now like getting it together. And he's like in his late 30s.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's fine. Because I was like, feeling every time I'm at work, and lately I've been working later at night. So I've been around like the kids or whatever. And I sit there for a second. I'm just like, I'm too old to be here, which I still feel that I'm too old to be there. But I'm no longer like getting mad at myself because I'm too old to be there. I'm just like, I'm too old to be here. So what steps am I going to take to make sure that like, I'm not going to be here for like 2 more years or 5 more years or anything like that.
Yes.
So that's just where I am right now with like how my 20s are going. I recognize that like not everyone right now at our age has it all together. So it's okay for me to not have it all together as long as I'm working towards something. And even though the uncertainty of life is up in the air, I tell myself today also is that I'm just going to keep living each day until like I'm not. So, because that's all you can really do. So, just
Exactly.
keep moving forward.
I want to know who told us that we should have all of our stuff together by like 25. Like, was it our grandparents or something? Because
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Because I think at least I had this idea. Well, I had this master plan. I was just like, okay, I'll be done with college by this time. That means I'll have like some kind of good job by this time. And by this time, I'll have enough money saved to start my own business by this age. Like, I thought I had everything mapped out. And then once I was like 19, 18, I was just like, yeah, nah, it ain't gonna happen like that. So we gonna just go kind of see what happens from here and hope for the best. But I really want to know what made us think that we needed to be social media, probably. That we needed
Yeah,
to
I was about to say
be,
comparison. Isn't
yeah,
comparison the thief of all joy? Is that what it is?
yeah. Because we see so many people, or at least we know that there's so many people that are our age that do have it like that. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, why, how come I'm not there? And because I'm not there, something is off with me. I think that's the problem. But
Yeah.
on average, I think we're all doing pretty well.
Yeah.
We're where we need to be at this moment. Um, I will say and my family does encourage me. They're just like, hey, you got a good job. You're doing your thing. Like, I just want you to save up as much money as possible. You've gotten a lot accomplished this far. And in my eyes, I'm just like, what? What do you see that I did? And they tell me, I'm just like, yeah, I guess I did that. But then when you take a look at it, it's like, that's exactly where I should be. I should be doing those things, and honestly should be taking more risk. I think that's what I want to start doing after this 2020 mess, is start taking more risk and trying more things. Like, I really want to use my 20s to be this explorative age rather than me trying to fit within this formula that I've always had set for myself as well. Because it's obviously hasn't been working this far, so might as well go ahead and break the box and do what I should be doing and just living life without any true bounds, but still staying on the right path, you know? We're still
Yeah.
following a path, but we're not like
We're not roaming through life like without a
aimlessly.
clue. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks. That was the word I was looking for. But yeah, I feel like we're doing just fine. Like the other thing, you started a podcast. You figured out what you're gonna do with your life.
Mhm. And you've
You have a
honestly
good
helped me out with
job.
that.
Well, I don't know. It likes to say thank you. I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment. I'm not really in the mood to take those.
It's okay. Just take the information and keep it moving.
uh, but yeah, like I feel like we're doing just fine. I think last year was a little bit rocky for me, but I feel like now, like I'm getting, I feel like I'm getting there. I don't know where I'm. Oh, I do know where I'm going. I kind of know where I'm going, but like,
And that's all we need at this time, to have an idea of where
Period.
we're going.
Yep.
Because as 2020 has taught us, things are always subject to change.
Period.
So we kind of have to take it as it goes.
Taking it day by day. That's what my grandma
Exactly.
used to say. Anything you call her, ask her how she doing. She's like, just taking it day by day.
And that's a good lesson. Like
Yeah.
that's what she learned in her age. She's like, that's all I can do at this point is just take it day by day. And it's like, facts, grandma, like will do. Mm. Because that's what I've learned. My taking it day by day is just going with the flow.
Hmm. Whatever happens, happens.
No, I don't like that though.
You don't want some stuff to happen. I'm
Yeah.
definitely like a whatever happens, happens. At least for today. Right now I'm saying all of this. Tomorrow I might be irritated. You never really know with me.
Just taking it day by day.
That should be the name of the episode.
I like that. Boom. You hear it here on this moment, folks.
What in the world?
Um, let's see. I feel like what else would I like to say on this? Um, Another thing I kind of wanted to talk about was in the midst of us trying to figure out what we want in life, we also have to. We're in the process of even learning how to take care of ourselves. I mean, we were taught like you have to do this and that, but I never realized how hard it would be to be like, okay, so I need to eat. Because it's really
Hmm.
easy to just be like, I'll wait, not
Yep.
worried about it. And I think a big thing people are doing is like with diets as well. Like this guy I'm talking to, he is really struggling on this diet.
Hmm.
And it's really because he's like, it's really hard for me to not eat the way that I used to because
Hmm.
that's what I know. And I'm like, that's completely understandable. Like, it, it's hard when you have been doing something pretty much for all your life, and now all of a sudden you want to make this change.
Hmm.
And food, I've always had issues with food where it's when it comes to dieting, I've always been on a diet. Like I've never not been on a diet from the first thing I can think. Whether it's like someone never, no one has ever put me on a diet, but I've always had myself on my own diet because I have issues. So it's like my body and my mind has already been trained like that. But on the adverse side, when you're used to just eating like good fried chicken and all that stuff all the time, like your body's used to that, and your brain is used to that. So now you're trying to break that, and now eat like all this healthy food, which for me, I love healthy food. I grew up on healthy food. So I'm always trying to like see if I can eat unhealthy, and then I get sick. So then it gets to, I was telling him that once you eat really healthy, and when you try to go back to unhealthy, you're gonna get sick. And then you're gonna break that curse that you have. Like it's as easy as that. Because food, low key, is like a drug. And that's the crazy thing that I wanted to get to.
That food is a drug.
Yeah.
Hmm. Bojangles is my drug of choice.
But let me reiterate this. It's not that food is a drug. I think food is a good coping mechanism and it's a good comfort to the point where
Hmm.
it can be as such. Like for me, I've always deprived myself from it, and that was my issue. Meanwhile,
Hmm.
others, they indulge in it, and then that then becomes an issue. And then as you get older and you have the freedom to do what you want and you have your own money to do what you want, then it becomes a whole nother issue in itself because now you have the option to practice self-control or not, or even then you have to teach yourself self-control if you never had that lesson of control. And there's a lot in that.
Yeah. For me, I've always kind of, like my dad always says this, like about me, it's like I can always find like the balance. That's the only time I can't really find the balance is if like I'm working a lot. Like last year when I was working from like 4 a.m. to like 9 p.m. Like there was no, I wasn't getting no healthy food in there. Like 'cause I was just going from one job to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. Like I wasn't really
You're just
thinking
trying to
about
put something
anything.
quick in your stomach and call it a day so
Yeah,
you can keep it moving.
so that was the only thing. But normally, like I can find like a balance. Like, and I'm not like healthy all day, like, but I can figure things out throughout the day. Where it's just like you need to drink your water. You should probably eat some vegetables.
Mhm.
Like you should probably choose grilled chicken instead of fried chicken. Just like little things, I can just kind of like figure some stuff out within me. That's just my mom was always kind of like on a diet
Mhm.
essentially too, like when we were growing up. So the food she cooked was the food we ate, and
Yeah.
it didn't have a lot of salt. So I'm not used to like eating a lot of salt when I cook. The only time I eat a lot of salt is when I eat out because that's just what's in it.
Yeah.
But like when I cook, I'm not used to putting a lot of salt, which is like it irritates me because obviously salt is one of the superior seasonings for some
It
reason.
is.
Yeah, but
From the beginning of time.
yeah, that's why white people are always trying to use it and use only that, and it's just like, girl, just because it's good doesn't mean it's the only thing you should use. But anyway, um, so like when I cook, I don't use like a lot of salt or whatever, just because like that's how my mom made food. And yeah, most things I don't like beef like that. I don't like pork like that. The only time I really like pork is bacon and sausage, and I barely eat that.
Yeah.
Um, all I really eat is salmon, shrimp, and chicken when it comes to meat.
Mhm.
Vegetables, broccoli, zucchini, and then fruit. I always like fruit. I like smoothies. I don't really like candy bars. I like them like a lot, but like if you put some chocolate covered almonds in front of me
Mm.
instead of and beside like whatever my candy bar choice is that week, I'm probably gonna go for the chocolate covered almonds. Like so, it's just like
Mm.
I always like there might not be the healthiest out of the two.
Almonds are
Well,
good for you though.
yeah, that's the thing. Like it's like little stuff like that where it's just like the chocolate made it unhealthy, but like there's still almonds in there instead of me doing the chocolate with caramel and nougat and all the random stuff.
Yes.
So I don't know. I've always just kind of found a balance. The only time it really gets off is when I'm working a lot, which
Exactly.
kind of concerns me. It doesn't concern me, but I am worried about potentially when I do work for myself and I'm like working from home, making sure because I'm gonna be irritated if I have to cook that day and there's like a lot of stuff to do that day. But I
Yeah.
also don't like leftovers like that to do meal prep. Um, so like I don't really. That's what's concerning to me. It's just like Uber Eats is easy would be the
Yes.
easiest thing, and that's going to be like concerning of like what am I going to be choosing to eat because I love some good fried pickles from Hooters, and if I open Uber Eats, that's going to be the
Yes.
first things up there. So I'm going to get those because it's the first thing I see and I like it.
Yes.
So that's what concerns me is about like when I do work from home, am I still going to be able to make the right choices with my food?
I think you're doing good. Keep it going. It's really just for the people out there that don't have that
Yeah.
control, that balance, because they never had to or never were taught that balance. That's one thing, and that's why I would kind of go back to like your mom cooking the way she cooked,
Hmm.
and the reason why I eat the way I eat is because that's the food that I grew up with. So I definitely want to do the same for like my kids. I want to teach them how to cook. I want to teach them how to cook the right things and like the right foods to really balance their bodies if they want to cook. If not, I'm very much like if you're not doing it right, get out my kitchen type person. So I don't
Hmm.
know if I could do that. But definitely give them the food so that they know like, oh, this is good. Healthy food is good. I've done that with my ex where he was just like, oh snap, like this is healthy and it's vegetarian and it's good. Like I can do this. Like I've always thought I had to eat this, that, but now you're showing me that there's a whole new world of food that I can eat that I actually like. This is something I can vibe to. And I just think it's exposure. As long as you know, and as long as you can make it good, then it's good.
I tried to get a vegan pizza once. It had like
Eh.
spicy chorizo on it. And
Like
I was like,
no cheese.
no vegan cheese.
Okay. Eh.
I
I don't
always
like
get
vegan
vegan cheese
cheese.
regardless. I like vegan
Really?
cheese. Yeah, I'm lactose intolerant, so
See, vegan cheese has probably gotten better because back in the days, vegan cheese was nasty.
the vegan cheese at my pizza, spectacular. But I try to get a vegan like pizza with the spicy chorizo on it and like mushrooms and onions and like green peppers and all
That
that
sounds
stuff.
amazing.
It was not good at all.
A
It was the
cheese.
spicy chorizo thing.
Was it too spicy? Did it mess up your tummy?
No, it was just what it was. Whatever that is, I don't like it.
It's pork.
It was vegan.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with that. They
I
haven't
didn't
perfected
know.
soy meat yet.
I didn't know. Like, I just tried it and I was just like, what the hell is this? And I had seen it in so many people's like vegan videos where they use that. And I'm just like, this isn't good. And y'all are out here teasing people on the internet just because your taste buds are all off because you don't eat meat, making me think things are good and they're not.
No, not everything vegan is good. I can attest to that. I that's the only reason why I cook because I like good food and I know how to make food the way I like to eat it. And I hate when I spend money on food and it's not good.
That's why I don't cook because I don't make good food.
We gotta
So,
get you there. If you
it
want to get there, if you want to get there, I can help get you there. But
would
if
be
you
nice.
don't, okay, we'll do it. Because I'm like, if you
I'm
don't
like
care about
struggling.
cooking, then you can just find a good man who knows how to cook, and that's one problem
I
solved. You
mean,
know?
that is also a plan, but
Yeah. We'll
it's
see which
just
comes first.
I should probably learn how to cook first. I don't see a good man coming up
Hey,
anytime soon.
remember, 2020 has showed us that things change very quickly.
But I also stick to my goals, and I said I'm not dealing with these niggas right now.
That's true. That's true. I do want to touch base on that another time, like have an extensive conversation on that because I want to know more. And also, I wonder if I could do it myself, and I don't think so.
I think we should talk about the sex stuff too today, since that's what you wanted to talk about also.
We got time. So,
Mm,
it's been about an hour, I want to say.
yeah.
This would be next 15 minutes, maybe talk about this, then we talk about music, then we call it a day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my back hurts. But
Ooh,
go ahead.
time to do some yoga, do that sanasana. I don't know.
So what?
I don't know what it's called, but I know it sounds like that. Hinasana, Sanasana, Finasana, Hinasana. Anyways, something like that. But okay, so for one, I thought I could do, I think I'm growing out of the casual sex phase of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was definitely able to do that. And now, like, because I'm kind of getting to know a guy now, as we know. And except I think I cut it out in other episodes, but I'm getting to know a guy. And I got to the point where in the beginning I was just like, yeah, like whenever you're ready, like let's get it. And now as I get to know him, now I'm just like I kind of want to wait and like have an even stronger connection before I get there
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. I'm not trying to get attached because I think I don't know. It's at this weird lull where I'm in the process of either friend zoning him or deciding if I want to want to keep it going with him. Not take it to another level, but like keep it going. So that's really going, and that's the problem. I've talked to him too long to the point where I'm just like, the casual is not going to be casual anymore because I now know you. Like beforehand, I didn't really know you, so it would have been like easy, like hit it, quit it, and be done. But now I know you. I know what you like. I know what you kind of dislike at this point now, and it's probably the same for him too. So I'm like, you kind of ruined that, dude. So if things go south, you just missed out an opportunity to get me in when I was just ready to hang out. So that's how I realized I couldn't do that. But I also, because it's been this long, I feel like I could possibly just rock with the celibacy because it's been so long.
What season are you on in Girlfriends?
I just started season 4 where she is now with, well, no, she's in between Ellis and his,
Agent.
yes.
But Lynn is with Survive, right?
They just broke up.
So Lynn was doing the celibacy
Yes,
thing.
which that's how I would feel. But she went a long time. What was it, like 9 months? I was
Mm-hmm.
so proud of her.
I was like watching that, and I was like, oh, this is how people are gonna feel dating me. I think at least I don't really know. Because I'm saying like I'm celibate, but like I really don't know. I just really feel like maybe God was on like the wrong call when he told me that. I don't really know.
I feel like you will know when it's time.
Right now, it sounds good because like I'm not dating anybody. But
Exactly. And like there's a virus, so
yeah, and it's just like, but when I am like dating someone, and how is that going to work out? But it does. I feel like anybody could do celibacy. It takes discipline, which is like one of the things that like. That's why at first I was like, I'm just not going to date or have sex until a few years from now. But then I was like, next year I would like date because I do want to see what it like. Can I do celibacy while dating? Because all the times where I've been like abstaining for sex, I just wasn't dating anybody either, which is what I'm doing right now. So it's like next year, whenever I'm like feeling into like dating, I want to see if I can still like abstain from sex while like pursuing somebody. But next year, I also plan on like dating multiple people instead of just like talking to one person and then trying to like hop into a relationship like before. Because I want to try the whole like going on dates with multiple people thing that everybody else got to do except for me. So,
yeah.
but honestly, I think you should try it. Discipline. It teaches you discipline. I like that. So,
So if we count, let's see, June, July, August, September. It's been 6 months. I think I'm doing good. Another 3 months, I'd be like Lynn, and that's my cutoff. I think
yeah.
that because then in another 3 months, October, November, December, would be a new year. I think that sounds like a good plan for me. 2021 will be the day I decide to continue, if not end my celibacy.
Literally New Year's Day.
Or Eve. We'll
Yeah,
see.
it's about discipline though. I definitely miss it. It's getting cold outside. Like I said, didn't I tell you that? I
But
like
you can
somebody
still like
6'4"
cuddle with
temperatures.
someone, right? Or is that out the picture too?
I'm not talking to anybody right now.
No, but like it
Oh yeah,
this is
you
gonna
can.
sound
Yeah,
stupid, but
celibacy. Yeah,
like
you can still cuddle and like
okay.
all
Yeah,
that
so that's
stuff.
cool.
I think you
Wait,
could even still like do the oral stuff or whatever.
see now I feel like that's crossing the line.
I mean, it probably is, but I don't really write the rules for everybody.
That's true.
So like some people might still do that. You know how like some Christians are like that. They're like, I'm saving myself to a marriage. I had like a friend that was like that was saving herself to a marriage, but like she was still like having oral sex. And I was just like, she was like, why did you think he was staying this long if I wasn't giving him anything? I was like, maybe your personality. You should probably value yourself more. But I don't know. A lot of people, they still do that or whatever. I personally feel like that's a little bit that's too much for me because, let's be honest, a lot of people do not use protection when it comes to oral sex. Most people don't.
Yeah.
So I think that's a little bit too much for me, that you're just like out here giving your throat to everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like your raw throat. So like,
I don't do that.
mm-mm.
I also don't really enjoy it unless I actually care about the person. Like
I
care about the person.
have to be in the mood.
Hmm.
Other than that, but my last relationship, I was just like, I honestly don't want to do that at all. Like, no thanks.
I
Like,
mean,
leave
you
me
really
alone.
ain't care for them.
I did not. Like, when I really think about it, wow, trash. I think I was in that relationship because he liked me,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to be liked.
You want to be wanted.
Yeah, but I just wasn't feeling it. And then the other two relationships, I wasn't really that good at it. So, like, I don't really know. I just don't really care for that stuff, I don't think.
And the good thing is you ain't stressing about it, so you doing good in my book. Meanwhile, me, I'm like, I want it all. I want it. But see, I think like I like taking care of someone and being with someone, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that could also be another part of it. I love sharing my body with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at it, you give me, and I like other people's bodies too, like sharing that. And I have no, I actually don't know the word I want to use, but I don't care what you look like either. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing I realized. Like I'm not the type of person. I don't go off of looks at all. I don't like really skinny guys though. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that's something new because I realized skinny guys cannot pick me up, and that hurt my ego and it made me really insecure. So that's why skinny guys are really out the picture. Like you have to have something on you for me to find you attractive. So sorry, skinny guys. I'm over you guys. I'm not talking to you guys. Bulk up. But if you're anything in between, maybe a little bit on the heavier side, I don't mind heavy guys. We're cool too. You just can't be stick thin. Or if you're stick thin and you got muscles and you can pick me up, you might be in that block. But I love bodies and I love my body. I love sharing bodies and I like taking care of your body too. So
I like bodies. I enjoy my body. I was telling my friend that, like, because me and her both are like in two different places in her life. Or like when she was younger, she was like always showing like her body, and she's like, I would like to be more modest now. And I was like, when I was younger, I was always being modest, and now I would like to show more of my body. Like I'm very like next summer, hopefully outside is open
yeah.
because I'm wearing a bikini. It's just I never done it before, and it's ridiculous. Like why am I wearing cover ups? Like why
Yeah.
was I doing that? It's like that. I want to show my body off. So I really do like my body. I've always felt like it's very like superb. I've never had a problem with like not wearing bras. So like my boob. Most people know what my boobs are like shaped like. It's not what it
Mhm.
looks like. I remember like the first night, like when we moved into like our dorms, me and my suite mates were all sitting in my room like talking, and I had on like what I have on right now, a camisole with like no bra, and they're just like your boobs. They're just pointing at me. I'm like, okay, we're all girls. We all have boobs. But
Exactly.
like, yeah, I've never had an issue with that. I remember one time me, you, and Dee went to the museum, and y'all were just like, okay, no bra. And I was like, normal, everyday thing. Like, but then it rained, so that was kind of awkward. But yeah, like I just don't. I've always liked my body. She's got wide hips and a small little waist. Not little, but the proportions are right. The
Yes.
ratio is cute.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, I like my body. I don't really care about seeing other people's though, especially men's. I don't really.
I think men's butts without pants are funny. Like the butts
Same.
connected to the legs. I like that part
I
because it's
appreciate a
funny.
nice butt on a guy.
Yes. Like when they
Like a
get
nice.
up afterwards and they walk away to the bathroom, I'm
Yeah.
like, this is my time, my moment.
I waited all day for this.
But
But yeah.
to go back to what you were saying, like for me, unfortunately, because of the way I developed, I was told to cover up. And
Mm-hmm.
I also felt very uncomfortable with the comments I would get on my body. So and to this day, I dress very manly. I wear a lot of baggy clothes. But I think now I am getting older, and because I'm back in Florida, I'm kind of just like, screw it. Like, I like my body. I kind of don't care what other people think. Because definitely, I also talked about this before, where anything I put on that's like like that would look regular on like a small boob, no hip girl would look
Mm-hmm.
like I'm a stripper on me because of just the way my body's set up. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of just like I went to the club wearing the same outfit as a girl that like I was fitting that description. She didn't get
Mm-hmm.
turned away. Meanwhile, I was told that like, oh, next time don't wear that because that's a little revealing, this, that, and the third. And then I turned behind me and someone's wearing the exact same thing. But because my body's set up the way it is, I wear it
Mm-hmm.
differently. So it's like, but I felt discriminated against, not gonna lie. But it's like those little
Yeah.
things have diminished me to like my public outwardness, where I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear baggy clothes and I'm gonna dress like a guy and call it a day, because obviously I'm not socially accepted because of the way I was born. But now it's like people are paying a lot of money to have big boobs in this, and I'm just like, okay, now it's kind of a little bit more socially accepting to have this and that. So I feel a little bit more comfortable wearing tube tops or like just wearing more revealing things in general. And I think that's another thing where it's like outwardly no one sees it, but I
Mm-hmm.
want to share it with someone because I know what I got, and I just feel so stifled.
I love those moments where, like, I'm in the bathroom or just look in the mirror, like, you're just naked, and you're just looking in the mirror, and you're just like, and it's not like one of those, like, look at you, like, look at your stomach. It's just like one of those moments where you're just like, oh, girl,
I'm kind of
you look
hot.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those moments.
Me
I was
too.
watching, I downloaded Quibi, and I was watching Shane Booty's show,
Yes, my Quibi
and
went out of it's expired.
but she had Jeannie Mai up there, and they were talking about intimacy, and she was like, it's just like the touch. She was like, when she got divorced, she would like just she had to learn like intimacy like without like having sex with somebody, and she was like one day she was like, just touch your arm like in like a nice like sensual way, and you just feel like just be intimate with yourself in like little ways, not like masturbating, but just like the way you touch your like arm, or like the way you like caress like your like breast, or just like little things like that. And I'm just like, wow, there's like little ways to appreciate your body.
Yes.
So I like was in the shower the other day, and I was just like, let me just touch my arm. Let me touch my arm. But yeah, that's just appreciate yourself.
Exactly. Because if we can't do that to ourselves, how are we going to allow someone to properly do that to us?
Period.
hmm
No minstrel. Yeah,
Um,
that's cute.
any other things you have to say on that topic? I think I kind of got
No.
what I want to say out for the most part. I
Yeah,
can
same.
elaborate another time. But because I'm ready to talk about music.
Wow.
Yeah. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
So today on like the pop culture music,
Mm-hmm.
Franchise by Travis Scott with Young Thug and MIA came out today. I love me some MIA.
Same. I didn't even realize that because I don't like Travis Scott so much.
I love Travis Scott.
Mm. I think this podcast is over.
He has a
Um,
podcast?
I
Oh,
said I think
wait.
this podcast is over.
No, I love Travis Scott. I've been listening to him for a long time.
Did you? This is off the topic of the music. Did you go get his McDonald's meal?
No, I don't even eat meat.
So
I
do you
can.
really love Travis? Do you really love him if you did not go support him at McDonald's?
all I could eat is the fries and the Sprite. Like,
You can eat the barbecue sauce.
true. Honestly, I would have, if I had the
Oh
money
my
in the
goodness.
budget, bought that Travis Scott X McDonald's collab clothing and stuff, because like that's kind of my style. I like wearing like race car driving wear and stuff like that. So like that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of up my alley. I would have spent money on that if I had the money. I mean, I have the
Mm-hmm.
money, but like not just be spending on Travis Scott McDonald's clothes, you know?
Yeah. But what else? What is that? Like, is it, did you like it, the song?
Yes. He goes like, am I white tee? I was like, hey, I feel like I'm five again, like in the back of the car. And MIA kills it. Like it's good. Like I liked it.
I'll go listen to it because MIA is on it.
Yes. She does her thing like near the end. Um Other than that, for me, I've been making playlists recently.
Mm-hmm.
But you know the girl is like, when you back it up, is it fat enough? When you
I don't know what her name is, but I know that
Cookie
song.
Kawaii, her little album EP or whatever came out this week as well, called Club Soda Volume 2. And of course that song's on it. And like she has like her music is like Jersey club mix. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what she comes out with. So it's pretty much that. I like to listen to it when I work out. So I like with the funniest thing is like my favorite song on that other than that and like the Tyga remix is the bonus track. And I just be like, oh, I'm in Jersey, I'm popping it like a bop 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 bop. Like that's how like, I think she's cute. But I will say a lot of the music on the album sounds the same. So
Mm-hmm.
that was like the one song that sounded different from everything else and I really vibe with it. Last time we talked about Queen of the South, and I
Mm-hmm.
really like that album. I'm proud of Mulatto. And also
Mm,
Masego's Passport, been bumping that a
period.
lot as well.
Yes. I was about to put Passport on my list, and I was like, didn't I put that last week? I was like,
Put it again.
DJ, replay that. Uh, that should be like somebody's tag.
I'm sure someone has that tag. Oh, well, it's like
Don't.
usually it's their name.
Yeah. So if somebody's a producer, somebody named DJ, there's your tag. I made it for you. I got you.
Give us our credit, shout us out.
I would like writing credits, please. Thank you. Um, yeah. What? Anything else you've been listening to?
I'm very behind on this, but I finally came around to listen to Brent Baez's Fuck the World album. Very behind on
Ooh.
that. But
And
I've
so am
been
I, and I still haven't listened to it. So you're further ahead of me.
Yay! I'm not too behind. Um I liked it. Um I put it on I made like a very R&B playlist, so he was luckily wrapped up into that vibe, so I added of course the self-titled song Fuck the World
Mm-hmm.
and Lost Kids Get Money. Oh, the newest song he came out with, Dead Man Walkin'. That's the most recent song he came out with and I like that.
I have to listen to it. The thing about Brent Fayez is like my sister is obsessed with him,
Oh
and she wants to
no.
like force him on me. So then I'm like,
No.
me being stubborn like I am, I'm just like I'm not gonna go listen to him. But like I hear nothing but good things, and the stuff I have heard is really good. It's just like because she wants me to go listen to him so badly, I'm not going to.
Exactly. She went
Don't
about
you
it the
just love
wrong
that
way.
about me? Like at my big age, I'm still being like petty like that.
No, but
It's
I
cute.
do the same thing too. So I'd be the same way. But yeah, Dead Man Walking, that just came out September 18th. I like
Mm-hmm.
that song.
Okay. For me, I had to figure out what I didn't feel like I had been listening to anything lately, or like that was like noteworthy for me.
Yeah.
So like an hour ago, I like sat on my phone and I was like, "What the hell have I been listening to?" And then I saw that Dom Kennedy dropped last night.
What? It didn't even pop up. Sorry. It didn't pop up in my notifications. I'm pissed. Oh shit. Oh, I'll
So
go listen
like,
to that when we get off. Oh, I'm so
yeah,
excited.
I
I
just chose like a random song and like "Love Is Gangster" is like it for me.
I
But
want to
go
be with
ahead.
him. Sorry.
Same.
Okay.
I had to like list off. I didn't have to. This guy at work the other day, he seems to think I was telling him about my random guys, like celebrities that I like, and like the ones that don't match my like type. But he like thinks that those random people are my type. You know, I have a thing for medium ugly niggas. It's whatever.
Ugh,
So like,
Jay-Z.
okay. Anyway, so I don't have a thing for Jay-Z. I just think he's. I just think we're really hard on him about his looks. It's like really mean. But
Yeah, there's worse people out
I
there.
yeah, I feel like you're gonna judge me about this one too. But
Am
like
I?
Rick Ross to me when I was younger, it was like it for me. I was like, if there's one big guy, even though like now I'm like okay with big guys. When I was younger, I was like fat phobic, I guess. But I was like, if there's one big guy that I would like date, it's gonna be Rick Ross, and it's because he exudes all that luxurious like boss mentality, and I was like really attracted to that when I was like 15. So I
I've
was
never
telling him
seen him
about that, and
without glasses.
he was like judging. He does not look. He's not cute at all. Like that's not even medium ugly. Um, but he was just
uh,
like judging me off of that, and I had to list like my celebrity crushes, and I was like Dave East, Lloyd Banks, Dom Kennedy, and I was like just going off, and he was just like so. And I realized right then that my celebrity crushes are all like light skin, but like closer to the brown skin type, and I was like, you might be colorist, sis, and you need to sit down with that. But
let's reevaluate.
but I listened to his project, and I was just like, okay. I'll really have to go listen to it later because I was literally scrambling to find music to talk about today. Um, but him, that guy I went to high school with that I talked about before,
Yes.
he dropped a song recently called Poison. It's
Mm.
so good. I feel like you should really go listen to that one. I feel like out
Yes.
of all his songs, you would like that one the most. And then I didn't know that Black released something in like June. I think it's like an EP or a mixtape. I don't really know what's what nowadays.
Yeah, neither do I.
Um, it's really short, so I'm gonna assume it's an EP. But I just found out about it the other day, and he has a song called "Elephant in the Room." I really like that.
Oh.
And then the only other thing where I looked at my list and it was like you played it like a lot. It was "Cherish the Day" by Sade. I've been in a really big Sade
Oh.
mood.
I go in and out of that mood. Usually when I'm in a relationship, I'll be in that mood, so I guess I'm not in there yet.
Yeah, I don't know why I was going through that. Like, mm. I heard that there was a Twitter debate about Janae Aiko and Sade recently.
Wait, what are they trying to say?
They said that I don't know. I think I can't even know because I'm not on Twitter, so I was just this is just hearsay for me.
Gotcha.
But something about like how they're in the same lane, but like
No.
Janae has like a better voice, or Sade had a better. I
Ooh.
don't know what was happening, but I know that they compared Janae and Sade, and somehow it kind of made
Ah.
Janae seem better. Which for me, who was it? Big Sean, when he said that lyric, where he was like, "My girl, like a mix between Aliyah and Sade" in that song.
Mhm.
I kind of get where he's coming from with that.
Yeah.
Like Sade is Sade. Like let's start there.
Yeah.
Like let's just start there. But like I can see Janae is kind of like a daughter of like her, and like the neo soul girls are like those really like weird earthy girls. The girls I relate to the most.
Yes.
Um,
We've all been
so
through
like
the same struggles.
yeah, so like that kind of like, but somebody was just like they both make them go to sleep, and
Um.
they didn't mean it in a good way. So I
Yeah.
was like,
That.
you know what, fuck
No.
y'all.
That's what I'm saying. Get your
Like
life.
you, You're gonna disrespect Sade like this. And honestly, you're not even gonna disrespect Janae like this. I like both of their music, and that's that. Stop the disrespect against Sade and Janae. You remember when SZA came out with Control? Well, not when she first came out, but like when Control came out and everybody else noticed who SZA was.
Yes.
They were like comparing her to Erykah Badu like so hard, and it was just like
What?
it was like she could just be SZA.
Yes.
They
But
honestly
I can
only.
kind of see that. I can kind of see that.
She's definitely a daughter of Erykah Badu.
Yes, for sure.
So it's just
I
like
love
these people
SZA.
were their careers are influenced by them. Stop trying to compare like this person that came out in 1993 to somebody who came out whose first thing came out in like 2010. Like it's
The
just
descendants to the predecessors. You can't do that.
period. You said like really big words out of nowhere. Like I know what they mean. It's just like the fact that you said those really big words just out of nowhere. It was just like okay.
Sometimes I can't think of the actual words, but the big words. That's how my brain thinks. It's weird. It's either nothing or everything.
My brain was like, whoa, whoa, what is that?
Oh, random thing that I guess still kind of correlates to music. But have you seen the whole like Moneybag Yo and I don't know her name and his
Ari?
girlfriend and Ari? Yeah, I just know her like the Kylie sister or something like that. Like all those memes
Yeah.
that have been coming out from that.
No, I don't even know what's going on. I just know that, like, once again, like, niggas hate Ari or something. I don't really know. I
No,
really don't know.
it's like a big thing where people are getting on him for being too drunk, but then also people are just like, if I'm this drunk and no one takes care of me the way that she's taking care of me, we not gonna be like, obviously you're not the one for me. I just think it's hilarious, and I'm really proud of her for like she's obviously kind of been through this. She's like, can we just say happy birthday? Like I'm like, I feel that energy, girl, because I'd be sick too. I'm like, okay, let's just get this over with. Like, I'm tired now.
I haven't seen any of that. I just know that, like, I saw her name, like, and I'm tapping through people's stories. It's like a repost of, like, Ari's name, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I automatically assume that niggas still hate her all the time, so I just keep going.
This was
So,
a good moment for her.
good. I'm proud of her.
Yeah. She
Good
held
for
her
her.
own. She dealt with that man being so drunk, which I mean, I I actually never dealt with that. I've been the person that's been taken care of. Thank you, Lord.
I haven't dealt with any of that.
Even better. Praise him. That is a good thing.
Yeah. I think this is the end of the episode. What did we say we were gonna name it? Taking it day by day or something.
Um,
Something like that. You'll listen to it.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. Taking it day by day. Or something day by day. What
Yeah.
your grandma says. That's what we were going to name it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Leo.
Well,
This is
Tamia,
it. I love you.
I love you too. I
Mm,
love us. And
period.
we love you. You guys
Right. Thank you
listening.
for listening. And shout outs to whoever's in Australia and the Philippines listening to us. We see you. We recognize you.
More
We
of you
gonna
guys
come in one
listen
day
to
and go
us
hang
so we
out.
can be international hoes.
Period. Ain't no local celebrity around here, ho.
We international.
The way I'm holding my wine glass right now, it's like I'm about to make a toast. I'm
Making
the
it,
only one in
you
here.
just made a toast. You said shout out to all them international hoes listening to us.
Shout outs
That's
to
my
them.
toast.
Hold y'all glasses in the air.
And period.
Period. But I love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Black and Bougie podcast.